Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is iRobot 4, a fourth version in the series of Doppel synthesizers. This series has been about the combination of those two powerful cards, one that can multiply, and the other that is begging to be copied repeatedly. We've got card draw along with some defensive measures to protect our life total from aggressive decks, as well as a healthy amount of artifacts we will use to generate robot overlords. We've brought in a new card from Omen Paths, which can be used defensively or as a way to generate an army all at once. If you've been with us for the Italian Job series of decks, a lot of cards will look familiar here. That's because this series was what led to the heist decks we love. Let's get in there. We're playing the full set of Authority of the Consuls, the 1-mana enchantment that makes enemy men enter tapped. As a bonus, every enemy that enters also gains us a life. It's a great way to recover life we've lost early on, and in multiples, we can gain more life than we might end up losing to inbound attacks. Stormchaser's talent is a fantastic enchantment. It gets us a token otter that can block early, or we can use it to take some points of life away from the opponent. Taking it to level 2, we can get back an instant or sorcery from the grave. It's a great way to recover a sweeper, or one of our duplication cards. Getting it to level 3 will get us an otter token every time we fire off an instant sorcery. 3 steps ahead is the Swiss Army knife in our deck. It can be used to counter any spell the opponent fires off, or we can use it to dig through our deck. For 4 mana, we have the option to make a copy of an artifact or creature we control. This ability is the one we're looking to take advantage of, as a token synthesizer gets us more robot overlords, but it's a card we can then copy with the Helm, or when we take a Caretaker's talent to level 2. The duplication can be next level in this deck. Spectral Restitching is the new card to come out of Omen Paths. For a blue mana and X, we can blink out X creatures and/or artifacts. We can use this defensively to stall an opponent's men while we work on building up. If we hit opposing tokens with it, the tokens will be gone for good. Or we can use this to blink out our artifacts and reap the rewards when they enter play again, all at the same time. It's a great way to build an army with multiple factory triggers from our artifacts re-entering play. And because it is an instant, we can use it to save our artifacts from a destruction spell or a board wipe that also hits artifacts. Doppelgang is our mass duplicator. We can make multiple copies of any permanent on board, including the opponent's stuff. But mostly we want to make additional copies of our factory outlet. It's a great way to slash prices and boost production of our robot overlords. And if we copy multiples of our artifacts, the AI men will pour off the assembly line in numbers so great opponents will likely concede before we hit them for damages. And thanks to Stormchaser's talent, we can get this back for 4 mana and do it all over again, every turn if we have to. Caretaker's talent is fantastic card draw. And because every permanent we have can end up turning into token copies, the draw could be nearly endless. Taking the talent to level 2 gives us a token copy of any token we already have. Ideally, we make a token synthesizer for only 1 white mana, but using it to copy any token is fine if we need the card draw. Taking it to level 3 will give our token men a boost to their stats. If we've ended up generating a pile of otters, the pump could prove useful to taking down the opponent's life total. The synthesizer is our key card. Finding one and getting it in play is critical to our success. When it enters play, we get a Scry 2, and after that, we'll get a robot overlord with every artifact that is 3 mana or more. Making multiple copies with our duplication cards is a great way to close the game out. An army of robot overlords is incredibly difficult to deal with and can take down life totals very quickly. The Helm is a fantastic artifact that enables our synthesizer and duplication efforts. For 2 mana, we can use it to copy any artifact token we have in play. That can be robot overlords, or better yet, a token synthesizer. Each time we have an artifact token enter play, we also get a map token. The map tokens are great at boosting our robot overlords and can be used to dig up more lands. Ancient Cornucopia is another 3 mana artifact that ramps us, and we get to gain life once per turn. In a 3-color deck, the Horn of Plenty is important to getting us the right color mana we need to be able to play out our cards, and the life gain could be enough to let us stay in a game longer until we can turn the tables. Beyond the Quiet is our sweeper. It is 5 mana, so we need to be able to stay alive until we're able to use it to clear out enemy men. And if we need it a second time, we have the Stormchaser's talent to get it back. What's great is this exiles men, so the opponent has no way of getting their men back, while our men are all tokens and we can easily generate more. For lands, we're playing 2 Fountain Port, the special land we can use to generate tokens and sacrifice them for draw. 4 Fabled Passage, the special land we can sacrifice to fetch out any basic land. 2 Restless Vinestalk, the Simic Man land. 4 Lush Portico, the Celestia Surveil land. 4 Forest, a 4 Island, and 4 Plains. Playing the deck is fairly simple. Our early turns are devoted to setting up our board with early enchantments. An authority is a great early defensive measure to combat early enemies. All our permanents all cost 3 mana or less, so play out what we can and try to get to 5 mana if we have a sweeper to clear out an enemy team. Duplication of our key cards is critical to generating a team of robot overlords. Once we begin to copy our artifacts, it can easily continue to grow and grow. Use a restitching or a 3 steps ahead to stop an opponent's play at a critical junction. With a board loaded with AI men, the game should end rather quickly. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Shoehead. He's got feet on the brain. We kick things off with a mono-white 3-lander. We have an authority that can slow down an opponent, but will we get blue mana in time for it to matter? Let's find out. Keep your hopes up. They play out a bat. They're likely to grab the 3 steps ahead. Nobody likes a counterspell. To everyone's surprise, they take the talent. We draw an island, so now we'll have at least one of each of our colors. They play out a black overlord for its impending cost. That was 4 lands that went to their grave. On the plus side, that's 4 lands in a row they don't have to draw. We hit the jackpot with a factory draw. It gets to come out on time. On top, we have a passage and a Caretaker's talent. We do like both, but let's get the talent first. They play out a Faithful, but they have nothing in their grave to get back. We'll pass the turn. Our play will be an instant factory. They send it, and we'll go ahead and fire off our instant synthesizer. Our robot overlord will block their Faithful. On top, we have a Doppel under our passage. We'll keep them both, and in that order. They hit our robot overlord with a shrink ray. Our men will trade now, but our robot overlords will be much bigger from here on out. They are able to see what's coming and scoop it, and run away screaming. This is Inferno Chile? No, wait, it's Infer Kilo. I'm not sure what to infer. We get a 3-lander with a factory as well as a way to copy and a sweeper. The restitching is excellent utility. Keep your pants on. Our Surveil land shows us a restitching on top. Those can be good, so we'll keep it even though we already have one. They play out a Hall Creeper. It's unblockable and it will grow. I almost dropped the plains down, but what we need to do is play out the passage to be able to fetch out an island. If we don't, we won't be able to play out the factory on schedule. Let's not delay our production runs. We get hit with the Hall Creeper, and they choose the draw a card option from its set of abilities. That's almost always the first choice. Now we'll go with the planes, and that will let us play out our factory. They could have a counter, but we're willing to take the risk. They check out their hand, but we get our synthesizer down. On top, we have a helm and a horn of plenty. The plus side to getting the cornucopia first is we will have the mana to fire off our sweeper in case we need it. Plus, the sooner it's down, the sooner we can start gaining life from it. They play out a blue dragon storm. It'll get them a pair of cards, but then they have to toss one. Dragons and unblockable men. What's the connection here? We're going with the Horn of Plenty this turn. That will get us our first robot overlord, and we can start firing back. They fire off a momentum breaker. It's a good removal when we don't have multiple men on board. We'll pass the turn. Once again, our play will be a surprise synthesizer. They fire off a Consult the Star Charts. And the question is, do we want to make an instant synthesizer, or do we want to go with our Restitching to set their creeper back and we can blink out our artifacts? I do like that over making a token synthesizer. They play out a Tiny Bones joins up. We'll have to toss a card. It is painful, but we'll toss out our sweeper. They have only one creeper, and we stand a chance to race it with an active factory. They follow up with another Dragon Storm. Keep roiling, bro. The stuff we blinked out gets to come back. With our robot overlord getting to attack first, we have a chance to get ahead in this race towards 0. On top, we have a forest and another Restitching. I do like both, and we'll keep them in that order. We'll get in there for damages, and once again we'll pass the turn. What we want to do, we can do on their turn. They go for more consultation, and for fear of a counter, we'll go ahead and make a token synthesizer. Under the Restitching, we have a Doppel. We could definitely use it, so we'll keep it. They send in their creeper right away. We know they'll likely be using it to draw. Let's not get buried under an avalanche of enemy cards. We'll restitch and send away their creeper and our Horn of Plenty. They fire off a Rupture. That will take care of our robot Overlords as well as half of our deck. They follow up with another Tiny Bones joins up, and that will force us to toss the Helm. It's all on our top decks now. We strike gold. That's a Caretaker's talent. We'll play it out and make a copy of our token factory. We're doing the best we can to slash prices for you, bro. Don't fight the feeling. On top, we have a land and another synthesizer. The more factories, the better. Our attacking AI men have lethality, so a block will have to be thrown. They bounce their Dragon Storms back to hand. You have to love to see that. They need 7 blockers, or 7 removals, or a board wipe. Dragon Storms are none of those. Now they have just 2 mana left. That's starting to smell like GG's. Extra Robot Overlord cheese. This is Albert Zero. He has 0 pants and wishes he had kept some on. We get a Shuffler special. We do have a factory as well as a way to copy it. The risk is high, but keep. Just kidding. Mull. Then we get a 4-lander with an authority, a sweeper, and a Horn of Plenty. We're set defensively. Keep. Out of all these, I think we can afford to send down a land. The Vine Stalk is the easiest to send on down. They play out a Ruin Lurker Bat, life gain confirmed. Our Surveil land shows us a Plains on top. It's an untapped land for our 3rd turn when we want to play out the Horn of Plenty, so we'll keep it. They play out yet another Flying Lifelink guy. It's the tiny Gain Life squad come to try to take down our life total. They follow up with a Vanguard. Their squad is complete. We'll use the passage to fetch out an island, then we'll play out the authority. We want to see plenty of men to enable our life gain. They play out one of their key men, a Pride Mate. He'll grow nice and plump from all the life gain they have on board. They play out a Linden, because what they have on board is not enough. At what point do you think they would stop playing out men? When they run out of cards? This is going to be a big hit, but we should be able to survive. We're going to spray some raid on their side of the board. All these pests have to go away. They get to start the game over with 4 lands and 1 card in hand. They play out a Readings that will get them 3 tokens. For show, bro. Our Surveil land shows us another sweeper on top. We'll hang on to it. That could save the day. They play out a Regal Kitty. That would look nice on their board, so we're going to hit it with our counter. No thanks, bro. That is better in the grave than on board. While we're at it, we can tack on the draw option as well. We can trade in the land for another pair of cards. In a game of top deck wars, I like our chances. Let's take our talent up a notch. We could get back a sweeper in case they drop something threatening, but let's grab the 3 steps ahead. They drop in a Sanctifier. It's just a 1/2 life gain guy. We get a second talent, and that will be our play. A white talent would be amazing now, but this is fine. They pump their little fella and send it in. We'll go ahead and make a copy of our Cornucopia, and we'll pay for the draw option as well. We hit the jackpot with a factory and a Caretaker's talent. Sure, we have to toss a card, but we can let the Restitching go. We draw another Synthesizer. We're about to turn the tables on this opponent. Let's play out the talent first, then we can follow up with a factory. On top, we have another talent and a land. Both are just fine. We've got what we needed to take the fight to their face. We'll cap the turn with a token copy of our Horn of Plenty. That'll be a draw and a robot overlord. The advantage is all ours. The time to scoop is very freaking nigh. Perfect time for a ley line, my bro. Now you can gain heaps of life. Wait, before we play out the second factory, let's throw down the talent. Then we can follow up with the second Synthesizer. All hail our robot overlords and our card draw. On top, we have an Authority and a Stormchaser's talent. The opponent is so done, we're keeping them both. We'll make another token copy of a Horn of Plenty, then we can send the team. They give us the GGs, even they know. Another day to bring life gain to its knees. They play out a Linden, but it won't be able to block. Let's get in there. Fire in the life gain hole. That's going to be GG's extra robot overlord cheese. This is the Iceman. He thinks he's cool, but how many belts does one person need? We get a Shuffler special with a factory, a white talent, a Horn of Plenty, and a Doppel. The restitching is the chicken on our waffles. Keep your pants on. Our surveil land shows us a plains on top. We'll gladly keep it. They hit us with a binding negotiation. If only they knew how awful discard is against our synthesizer decks. To my surprise, they take the Stormchaser's talent. That might be an oopsie-poopsie in the making. Their next play is a heist. They'll be able to snag yet another card right out of our hand. This time they hit the factory. At least they've done one thing right. We hit 3 mana, and it's time for the Horn of Plenty. Get in there. They play out a stoppable slasher. We'll make sure he lives up to his name. We'll go with our talent this turn. When we fire off the Doppel, we'll be able to get some draw as well as extra tokens. We can Doppel for 1, and it might not seem like much, but it will make a difference. The beauty of making a token talent is it will see itself enter play and will draw a pair of fresh ones. And we can copy the token talent with the talent ability for more fresh ones every turn. They play out a second stoppable slasher. That gives us all the reason in the world to fire off our sweeper. They thought crippling our hand, then playing slashers is enough to give them the game. You left us with too much weaponry, bro. Let's halt these slashers here and now. The beauty of making a token talent is it will see itself enter play. We will bury them under an avalanche of cards. No, wait, they blew it in their pants. GG's, extra cheese. Write this name down. This is someone's Wi-Fi password. We get a 3-lander with an authority, a factory, and double Horn of Plenty. This is plenty good. Keep. Going first. Lets us play out our authority. All their men will have to enter tapped and will gain a life while we're setting up our board. They hit us with a playful shove. 1 damage is so bad, we get that life back with any follow-up play after dropping a Horn of Plenty. We hit 3 mana, and it's time for our factory outlet. On top, we have a Restitching and a land. We'll pass on the land. We still have 2 in hand, but the Restitching could be very useful. They hit us with another shove. I hope they're not really trying to burn us out with 1-point burn spells. They follow up with a shock. I'm pretty sure they're going to cry inside when we start dropping in our Horn of Plenty. They play out a Screaming Nemesis. It'll gain us a life thanks to our authority. They fire off a burn spell and aim it at their nemesis. In the grand scheme of things, we want to hit them for damages to smash their life total. Avoiding damages slows them down while we gain life as well, but it doesn't get their life total lower. We could blink out their nemesis, but I like blinking our Horn of Plenty better. That will get us another robot overlord that we can swing in with on our turn. We draw another factory and we'll play it out. We'll follow up with the second Horn of Plenty, and although we won't gain life, we will gain robot overlords. On top, we have a Stormchaser's talent and a 3 steps ahead. Let's take the 3 steps ahead first. We're 1 artifact short of lethality, but getting them down to 2 is still perfectly fine. I definitely feel we made the right call with the restitching. They've got 1 final turn to dish out 15 damages. They send the nemesis, but we would never block. That's a 3 spot and they'll need another 12. That's 2 more damages, but they still need 10. Another 2 takes us down to 8 life. Now they have only 1 mana left. Good luck, bro. They ran out of steam. So sad. GG's, bro. Extra robot overlord cheese. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.